The Penan are known as one of the last nomadic peoples of Southeast Asia. Living on the Malaysian side of the island of Borneo, their rainforest is their neighborhood, and their cyclical passage through the forest means the word nomadic can be a bit misleading. They depend on the forest for resources, passing through to use the land when they need it. From the forest, they get life, and their dependence on the forest leads them to having a sense of stewardship, or the job of taking care of something for it. The Penan apportion resources and the environment as best they can, making sure they never overuse or abuse it. When an area's resources are used up, the group moves to a new space not only to keep themselves fed, but also to protect the land. Their relationship with the forest goes farther than the necessity for survival, though. They use the sounds of the forest's language, to decipher their surroundings. For example, the sound of birds chirping from one direction bears good tidings, but from a different direction could be a harbinger of ill. A unique component of Penan life is the unity between dreams and reality. Penan people will even act upon an event that happens in someone else's dream. For example, someone might dream about a fire starting, so the group would move their homes in case of a fire starting in real life. Another chief component of Penan life is sihun, or failure to share. In the Penan community, it is considered the greatest crime. Sharing is an obligation, and the Penan have no word for thank you, because giving to others is expected of everyone. Sharing means no member of the community gets left behind, and no one is poor because the rich spread their wealth. The Penan live differently than most of modern society. One piece of their ancient wisdom lies with the idea of sihun. With sihun, the Penan create a more equitable society, one that leaves no community member behind, one that destroys poverty and puts everyone on an equal playing field. Another piece of their ancient wisdom is their intimate knowledge of the environment. Their relationship with the sounds of the forest helps them survive, as they know the difference between a beneficial sound and one that could signify danger. For a group like the Penan, being susceptible to changes in environment can be the key to survival. The Penan depend on the land's resources, not forcing the land into submission when it runs out, but instead moving to a place more plentiful with what they need. These three pillars of wisdom, sharing, intimately knowing the environment, and being susceptible to change, are all skills that Taker society could learn from this lever group. In the words of Ishmael, levers have the knowledge of what works well for people, and the Penan have survived a long time using their ancient wisdom. By understanding the language of the forest, the fragility of nature, and that greed benefits only the individual, the Penan way of life highlights some of the things we, in Atlanta, Georgia in 2017, just might be missing.